And welcome to episode 4 of the Friday edition, the Fun with Friday edition of Ripping the Rack podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, Tim.
I'm the other co-host. I'm Brian. Hey,
How
Tim.
you doing, buddy? How you doing, buddy?
Good. How's your week?
It's good, I think.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. We're taping this early this week because happy birthday to your wife.
That's right. It is Kelly's birthday today. This is Tuesday, November 17th. So happy birthday to my wonderful, lovely wife who makes sure takes care of really 2 toddlers and Colin and myself. So we're going away safely, of course. We're going to the Portland to the Doubletree. We got a suite. And we're going to lock ourselves in there for a couple days, and her parents are watching the baby, and we're going to have some adult, no kid time.
Nice. That's
Yep.
always. And
the cool thing about the Doubletree in Portland is they have a 72-hour rule. So once the room is vacated from the previous tenant, it is cleaned, and then it has a 72-hour quarantine where no one stays in it.
All right.
So,
That's kind of cool.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I felt safe that way.
Well, feeling safe. Hey, by the way, if you donate 1 kidney, everybody loves you and you're a total hero. Donate 5 and suddenly everyone is yelling.
Whoa. Hey, where'd you get all those, bud? They fell off a truck.
Yeah, truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friend said that if he went off a cliff, it would be on his own accord. It's a good thing he drives a Civic. Sorry.
All right, so Tim is obviously in a funny mood on this episode.
I'm in a dark, funny.
Isn't that just kind of how the world is right now? You just feel like it's just dark humor.
Hey, what does one boob say to the other boob?
I don't know.
If we don't get support, people will think we're nuts.
So, anyways, Tim, in the world of sports, NBA is coming back.
Okay, one more, and I'll be done.
Okay.
How is life like toilet paper?
I don't know.
You're either on a roll or you're taking shit from someone.
Yep. And that's Jokes with Tim, folks.
That's our Joke with Tim segment.
Jesus.
Don't forget to tip your waiter. I'm here all day long.
Oh, God, he certainly is. So, anyways, NBA is coming up. I guess I'm going to start.
Having sex in an elevator is wrong on so many levels.
I thought you were done.
You didn't even laugh at that one.
No, because it wasn't funny. I'm trying to talk about this stupid trade the Celtics are trying to make.
Okay, last one. Why is masturbation just like procrastination?
I don't know.
It's all good until you realize you're only screwing yourself.
Oh my God.
All right. So I hate this trade that the Celtics are proposing.
Why do we want Harden so bad?
Which, by the way, I don't think is going to happen because I checked before we got on this.
Harden wants to go to New Jersey. That's all he wants to do.
Well, the last thing I saw on Twitter said the Celtics have no interest in James Harden, and that was 6 minutes before we got on this call.
Okay, so good. So, thank God.
Which probably means that we're getting James Harden.
I hope not. I really don't. We don't need him.
The dude turned down $50 million a year to play basketball.
Let's talk about that for a minute. When do athletes, instead of being fun to watch, just become insulting to you on a personal level? Who in the fuck? And I'll say, who the fuck are you to turn down $50 million?
He doesn't need the money. He wants the rings. He doesn't want to play in Houston.
But at some point, that's insulting.
Well, yes and no. To me, it's insulting just because I don't make millions of dollars a year. Okay, but let me put it in different numbers that you and I can fathom. Would you, if you were offered a job at $100,000 a year, but it was something that, God, you really liked the job, but you didn't really like the location or whatever? Or would you take a job for $80,000 a year, but you really love the location and you really like the job?
That's true. It is. I've always said quality of life is the most important thing.
Because I have taken less money to go to jobs.
I have as well. Well,
right. Well,
yes, in a way. I've traded things that shouldn't be traded. Like I went from working a 4-day work week at the boat shop and having every Friday off to now working 5 days a week. But it was for $1 more an hour. I mean, that was a trade-off I made, and it was less physical, and it was an office job instead of 10 hours a day on a cement floor breathing in styrene fumes from fiberglass.
Right. So there.
Yeah.
So there are trade-offs. However, when you start talking $50 million a year versus $40 million a year, that's starting to become real money. But when you've already made $250 million, do you really care?
And I'm not upset at him. He's given Houston a fair shake. He's been there, 6 years, 7 years?
No, it hasn't been that long, I don't think.
It's been a while.
I know it's been a while.
I'm going to throw it in my Google machine here real quick, but
your Lugal?
Yeah, my Lugal, Motley Lou, baby.
Motley Lou.
No, not rich garden soil. Jeez, I hate.
Hey, while you're doing that, what did one butt cheek say to the other?
Look at the asshole in between us.
Together we can stop this shit.
That is true. All right, this is as of according to Wikipedia, so who knows? He has been with the Houston Rockets since 2012.
Oh, wow. It's been 8 years.
8 years, and he has been in the league since 2009. He was drafted by the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, I've always said...
He only played for them for 3 years?
Yes, but imagine the team they would have had if Durant had stayed. You would have had Rich Harden. You would have had Durant, and you would have had Russell Westbrook.
Wait, did you just say Rich Harden? Isn't he a pitcher?
James Harden. There we go. James Harden.
If I'm not mistaken, Rich Harden's a pitcher, isn't he?
That's true. Yeah, sorry. Got my sports mixed up. But you would have had James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, and they all hate each other.
Well, I think Kevin Durant, I'm not a big fan of Durant.
I was a fan of Durant at the University of Texas.
Well, yeah, I was too, because I'm a Horns fan, so.
Well, I liked his game. And I was a fan when he was a Supersonic.
I think he could have been the next Tim Duncan. I really do.
I
He's
think
whiny. He's whiny.
Yes. And I don't
sugarcoat it. He's
a whine ass. Oh my God, he reminds me of
injury prone.
He reminds me of
soft.
Oh my God, he reminds me of Calvin. He's just so whiny. Speaking of Calvin, for those that listen to our Tuesday broadcasts, know that we talk Candlepin Bowling all the time. Well, we will have a special guest, cross finger, via Skype. Calvin Locke.
You're a via person? Ugh.
What else is it?
Via.
Yeah. I don't really care. It can go either way. Via Skype, via Skype.
Okay.
With Skype. Right.
Well, he's Canadian, so I bet it is via.
It's probably via because it's Canadian.
It's like Centra.
And Sorry. And
Roundabout.
And
hey, their exits are sortie.
What do you call a cheap circumcision?
Just the tip.
A ripoff.
Jesus.
Anyways. So anyway, Calvin will be joining us, provided he understands technology. So
God, he is way up there.
He's way up there, Bob.
He's in Moncton, correct?
Yes, he is in Moncton. So he will be our first Canadian guest
for Ripping the Rack.
For Ripping the Rack podcast
on Tuesdays. So look for that.
Why didn't we make Calvin our first guest? That's just going to go to his head.
Because if we didn't, he would have complained.
Oh my God, that's true. That's true.
Tim, you said you have you're a musically inclined gentleman, correct?
I am. I do. I
You
do
said you
like my
heard
music.
you heard something new that you
Oh,
want to talk about?
dude, Chris Stapleton's new album. It is fucking phenomenal. Absolutely rip shit amazing.
Oh, I'm a big Parachute guy. I love that song.
Um, the album itself. Now, I like the song "Starting Over." We've heard it a bunch. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
it's out there.
Yep,
They
it is the
did a
single.
they did a. I love the stripped down version that him and his wife did on the CMAs. If you haven't heard it, Google it.
Which,
It's a slow down version,
real quick,
acoustic. Yes.
about the CMAs and another guy that you know, did you see Jason Isbell ripped them apart for not mentioning certain people
And they should
or not?
and he should have ripped him apart. And
Okay,
I am a huge Jason Isbell fan.
I didn't understand what that was about, but I know
So they
he
did
laid into them in a tweet.
well, they mentioned and they did a tribute to Kenny Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the only one that they mentioned that passed away last year.
Oh,
You had John Prine, who was
they
huge
didn't do an in
influence.
memoriam with everybody, and then like a Johnny or Kenny Rogers at the end type of thing. Like I
No.
know they do with some.
No, they did.
things,
They did, and it wasn't even like a mashup of Kenny songs.
Was
It was
just
like
a Gambler.
no, they didn't do a Kenny song. I don't think it was a Kenny song, but they just had his picture up, and who the hell sang? I forgot now who sang, but it made absolutely zero sense whatsoever. So there was a couple that
Maybe
absolutely
they get a pass for COVID this year. Like
not if you're
yeah.
not if you're gonna recognize. But now, granted, Kenny Rogers is country music, or he was country music.
See, to me, George Strait is country music.
Okay, Kenny Rogers is arguably, besides Garth Brooks, one of the biggest country music names out there.
Household worldwide names.
Household worldwide names. Okay. And absolutely, he should have been memorialized during the CMAs. John Prine, I think it's John. Gotta kick myself in the nuts if it's not, but I'm pretty sure it's John Prine. Prine. Look him up. Amazing talent. Passed away. They didn't recognize him. They didn't recognize. There was a couple others that truly should have been recognized in some type of in memoriam way. And Jason Isbell and his wife turned in their cards. Said we're no longer a part of
the Academy of Country Music, huh?
The Academy of Country Music. Y'all can kiss my ass, basically what he said.
Wow, good for him though, standing up for what he believes in.
Yep, and he is a huge masker. He believes fully in masks. He is a I don't hold it against him, but he's a diehard liberal Democrat, which is okay. I don't care about their political beliefs. I only say that because he's huge on Twitter. And if you're big on Twitter and you follow any type of thing, he's typically on there. Kind of like Curt Schilling being a huge Republican conservative.
Was Curt Schilling always that much of a fuckhead, or was it just since he retired and lost all his money in that video game thing? Which, by the way, they just remastered that this year and are selling it again, and I bet he's not getting any.
Oh my God, that's funny. I don't remember when he was in the league, him being that vociferous about. God, that's a big word.
I mean, all I remember is.
And I said it in a sentence.
The Cancer Foundation. He had Strikeout Cancer, the Case for Cancer. Him and his wife did there. Chandra Schilling, I think that was her name.
Yep.
And I knew they were big Jimmy Fun people, with the Red Sox and.
Yep. And have you seen the ballot for the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, let's talk about that too.
Actually, let's hold that thought. Let's finish the Chris Stapleton thought real quick.
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I am a huge Chris Stapleton fan. I've seen him in concert. He puts on one of the best concerts I've ever seen. The dude could sing the phone book, and I would absolutely be enthralled.
Everything I've heard from him, I haven't heard a lot, but what I've heard, what you've played me, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. Like
his ability to play the guitar flawlessly, and his um, his voice and his range is it's impressive. So his new album, I think isn't the album called Starting Over, I think, and that is a single off of it too, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
It's on Spotify. That's how I knew it. I knew it was out, so I listened. Absolutely phenomenal and amazing. So, Hall of Fame ballot.
I have it right here.
Oh, perfect.
So
I'm gonna pull it up as well so I can see the. Sorry, go ahead.
So I'm gonna do them in alphabetical order because that's how I have them listed. Bobby Abreu played 18 seasons with the Astros, Phillies, Yankees, Angels, Dodgers, and Mets, and a 2-time All-Star, Silver Slugger, Gold Gloves. We know who Bobby Abreu is. I'm a no.
He's
Tim
a no.
is...
He's a Hall of Very Good.
Yes. Barry Bonds.
Yes.
I'm a yes. It's time.
Yes.
He's sat long enough. And I say this because I don't want them to get their chance when they're gone.
No, and
I don't want Barry Bonds to go in after he dies.
I'm gonna say it, and
I'm Pete Rose too. Yes.
Yes, there is. There's people that will sit there and say absolutely not, doesn't deserve it, whatever. I'm sorry, I understand. Well, number one, he never tested positive for steroids. Okay,
right.
We all know he did. I think it's obvious he did. But he never.
Before he took him, he was a Hall of Famer.
Yes. And I absolutely think he is arguably one of the top 3 offensive players ever to play the game, behind Ted Williams and either Babe Ruth or Mickey Mantle or someone like that.
I mean, just real quick, 22 seasons, 14-time All-Star, 8-time Gold Glove winner, 12-time Silver Slugger. He won 7 National League Most Valuable Player awards, and he was in the top 10 of the NL MVP voting 6 other times.
Yeah, he's in. In my eyes, he should be in.
Yeah. Next is Mark Burley.
No, Hall of Very Good.
He has a perfect game, but I agree. Hall of Very Good.
Yep.
AJ Burnett.
No, Hall of Very Good.
Hall of Very Good. I agree. Roger Clemens.
Absolutely.
Yes.
100% yes.
Agree.
Yep.
Pitched 24 seasons. We know with who. We will count the Red Sox, Blue Jays, Yankees. Those Astro years I don't count. 15. Listen to this. 15 seasons with 200+ innings.
That's.
And 12 200+ strikeout seasons.
And could you imagine if he was pitching in today's game where it's either a strikeout or a home run?
Oh my God! Listen to this. 7 Cy Youngs.
Yeah.
Won his first one in '86. Won his last one in 2004.
16-year difference. That's 18-year difference.
Yeah.
That's yes. He is a Hall of Famer. I don't care. And look, I grew up in the 70s and 80s for baseball. I started watching baseball really late 70s.
They didn't do steroids then, but they did lots of cocaine and greenies.
Oh, they did steroids then, but I mean it was all different things. It was your uppers and downers, your amphetamines, your cocaine. I mean, they did it all. Steroids were huge in the mid to late 80s and early 90s.
Smoking butts in the dugout.
Yes. So I don't give me this. Well, steroids made it too up. You know what? I don't care. Major League Baseball did not test for steroids until what was it? 2001.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, they didn't test for it.
Yeah.
How can you hold it against the guy? It was not illegal in Major League Baseball to do steroids back then.
Andro was not illegal when Mark McGwire took it.
No. So
here's a good one, Tim. Here's a good one. Michael Kadire.
Oh, I don't even look at Michael Kadire as a Hall of Very Good.
Here's a good one. Dan Herron.
Again, not even Hall. Again, so let me put it this way. I have the Hall of Fame, and then I have the Hall of Very Good. And then you have good players. And frankly, anyone that's in the major leagues is a good player. I don't care. They're good. Dan Herron is a good player.
He only won 153 games and was a 3-time All-Star. No Cy Youngs, no World Series.
No.
Here's another interesting one. LaTroy Hawkins.
21 seasons. That's the only thing he has going for him.
Yeah.
No.
Pitched in 1,042 games.
A Hall of Good.
Todd Helton.
This is where it gets difficult.
Yeah. 17 years.
Yeah.
5-time All-Star, top 10 MVP voting 3 times. We all know he flirted with 400 that year, hitting, absolute vacuum cleaner at first base.
Yep. So here's my problem with Todd Helton.
He played his whole career in Colorado?
Played in Colorado, which is a hitter's paradise. But you can't hold that against him for where he played.
Because his average backs up that he could hit anywhere.
Yeah, he was a. So he is, to me, he's a borderline. It wouldn't kill me if he got in, but I don't. He's definitely not.
I think if he had he had won a ring and led Colorado to a World Series,
I think
that
so.
would have got him in.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting one, and maybe the first half of this guy's career, he was a Hall of Famer, but Tim Hudson.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Very Good.
He's
in my
the high
eyes.
Ranks of the Hall of Very Good.
Yeah, he was a hell of a pitcher.
He had 13 seasons where he won 10 or more games.
I see, and I didn't realize. I know he pitched what, 16, 17 seasons?
17 years, Athletics, Braves, and Giants. So 13 of those he had over 10 wins. He had 20 wins, which led the American League in 2000. He's one of only 14 pitchers ever with at least 200 wins, 2,000 strikeouts, and a .625 winning percentage.
Oof. He's again not for it. This is his first year, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's not in.
Here's an interesting one that will go in, but I don't think it will be this year. Torrey Hunter.
Again, borderline Hall of Famer that I'm not afraid. It's his first year, right?
Yes.
First year in the ballot. Okay.
Played 19 years. Wow.
Yeah, not this year. I think he gets in third, fourth, fifth year, somewhere in that. If he's not in by the fifth year, he's not in at all.
Yeah. There's a guy with a 4th year on the ballot, Andruw Jones.
Hall of Very Good.
I think he could squeak in. It wouldn't kill me if he got in.
It wouldn't kill me, but still, Hall of Very Good, I think.
Here's a Hall of Very Good. Here's the poster child for Hall of Very Good. Jeff Kent.
Oh my God! See, I struggle with Jeff Kent because
8th year on the ballot.
Yep, and wasn't he like one of the best offensive second basemen to ever play the game?
Oh yeah, 17 seasons. Named to 5 All-Star teams. Won 4 Silver Slugger awards at second. Named to the 2000. He was named 2000 NL MVP.
Yep.
And he was in the top 10 NL MVP voting in 3 other seasons. He hit 300 or better in 3 seasons and drove in 100 or more runs 8 times from a second baseman.
How many, just out of curiosity, does it list there how many home runs he has?
He hit 20 or more homers in 12 seasons. He reached the 30 homer mark 3 times.
He's got to be over 300. He's got to be over 300.
351 as a second baseman are the most ever.
He's got to get in then. As a second baseman.
He revolutionized offensive middle infielders.
Yeah. I'm okay with him getting in.
Here's a guy I want in. It's his 3rd year. He needs to get in this year. It's Andy Pettitte. Andy Pettitte is a Hall of Fame pitcher.
I think so. I think he's I think he's in the Hall, or I should say, he's not first year. It's what, second or third year, right?
Yeah, but it's his 3rd year. But listen to this. He pitched 18 years.
Yeah. And
he reached the 20-win mark twice, but he had 8 seasons with 15 or more.
No, I think he's Hall of Fame.
And he's the best pickoff move ever.
Yeah, I think he's Hall of Fame.
He's definitely got the World Series rings to get in. Here's a Hall of, I don't even know very good. Armas Ramirez.
Aramis.
3rd baseman. Yeah, Aramis.
Yeah. What?
18 years, man. I didn't realize he played that long. Pirates, Cubs, and Brewers.
He's a Hall of very good. He's not a Hall of Famer.
He never won a ring. He doesn't have a world. He doesn't have an MVP.
He's a Hall of Famer.
He was probably a roid guy, but
I don't care.
Manny.
He's a Hall of Famer. In my eyes,
Manny's got to be in.
He's a Hall of Famer. I don't care. I know he took steroids. Obviously, he got caught 38 times or whatever. He got caught a bunch of times.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Best clutch hitter in baseball at one time.
Oh, I thought you were going to say of all time, and I was going to be like, no. I might want to say David Ortiz is.
No, I think Manny from about 98 to 2003 was probably the best clutch hitter in baseball.
I personally agree that Manny Ramirez should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't think he gets in this year. I think he's another one that goes because of the steroids. I think
they all get in via the Players Committee.
Possibly.
Or what is the Veterans Committee? I think it's the Veterans Committee they get in. Scott Rowland.
Hall of very good.
He's a guy Hall of very good, but if he snuck in, I wouldn't be upset.
What year is it? What year is it on his ballot?
Rowland fourth year.
He's not. I wouldn't put him in now, but if he got in years 6, 7, something like that.
Yeah.
Depending on the class and depending on who's eligible, it wouldn't hurt my feelings.
9th year on the ballot for Curt Schilling.
I think so Curt Schilling's one of those ones to me that he screams borderline Hall of Very Good and Hall of Fame. If you look at his postseason, he's a Hall of Famer.
The bloody sock.
He is one of the greatest postseason pitchers.
That's a Hall of Fame moment.
It's a Hall of Fame moment, but he is one of the greatest postseason pitchers of all time.
Well, how about his commercial when he signed with the Sox, that Ford commercial? They pick him up where he headed to Boston to break a curse. And he did it.
And he did it. Yeah. I think he should get in.
I do too.
I do. I think he should get in.
Here is a super borderline one. You ready to have really struggle? 7th year on the ballot.
Okay.
Gary Sheffield.
Oh, wow.
22 years he played.
What with I think he played with every team except for the Red Sox, didn't he?
Brewers, Padres, Marlins, Dodgers, Braves, Yankees, Tigers, and Mets. 7th year on the ballot. He won a batting title. I didn't realize that. Man, he hit 300 or better in 8 years.
No, he could hit. There's no doubt about that.
He has 500 home runs. 509.
7th year on the ballot?
Yep.
Hall of Fame. I'll put him in.
Trying to see what he has for hits. Because he wasn't really an average guy, but he hit 300 a bunch of times, so. I don't know. Next up is 9th year as well, Sammy Sosa.
Oh, see, I struggle.
Very good.
I struggle with him, and you know why? Because it's not just the. It's not
really
just
that good before he hit home runs.
What I'm saying is, it's not just the steroids. He also had the cork bat incident. You know,
and then when he said he couldn't speak English.
Yeah. No, I don't speak English.
What, Sammy?
I'm okay with him staying out, and it's not because of the steroids. There were multiple issues with him, cork bat, things like that. So again, Hall of Very Good. If he got in, it wouldn't kill me.
1st year on the ballot, Nick Swisher.
He's on the fucking ballot?
Yeah. 12 years he played. Woo!
How about Hall of OK?
Wow, it looks like they struggled to even write something about him.
I mean, let's move on. Who do we got?
Another 1st year guy, Shane Victorino, the Flying Hawaiian, the pineapple.
You know, the Boston Red Sox fan in me thanks him for that grand slam.
Every little thing is gonna be all right. And it was. I went to the first game of the playoffs that year.
So I thank him for the 2013 and enjoy your retirement. And
he's got a couple rings.
Yeah, He had Philly and the Sox. So thank you very much for playing, and don't forget to tip your waiter there, Shane.
Okay. Fourth year on the ballot, Omar Vizquel. 24 seasons.
Hall of Fame.
I agree.
I think he's
Ozzie
Hall of Fame.
Smith is in. He's in.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's Hall of Fame for his.
He was that generation's Ozzie Smith. He really was.
For his defensive prowess. I can't even say it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yes, I'm gonna say Hall of Fame for Omar Vizquel.
Okay. Sixth year on the ballot, Billy Wagner.
Hall of Good. A great reliever.
Yeah, he was a good closer, for a while. First year on the ballot, Barry Zito.
Hall of Good. Hall of Very Good.
Yep, that's it. That's the list. That's your ballot this year.
All right, so I'm gonna say I think Schilling gets in. He was 71% last year, and you need 75%. I think he gets that extra 4 percentage points. So I think he's in. Clemens was 61%, and Bonds was 60.7%. I don't know if they get in this year. I don't know if they have enough to jump up to 75%.
Well, there isn't a whole lot of first-year guys to take votes away from people. Because your first-year guys. Burley, Burnett, Kadire, Heron, LaTroy Hawkins, Tim Hudson, Torrey Hunter, Armas Ramirez, Nick Swisher, Shane Victorino, and Barry Zito. None of them are getting in.
No, none of them are getting in.
And none of them are going to get enough votes to even stay. How many do you need to stay on the ballot? Don't you need a certain percentage, or they just kick you off?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. It's 5%, 10%. I can't remember right off the top of my head what it was. So I don't know.
Right here. Kurt Schilling received votes on 70% last year, the most of any returnee.
Yeah.
And then only 3 other candidates received at least 50% of the vote in 2020.
And that was Omar
Clemens
Vizquel,
61, Bonds at 60.7, and Vizquel at 52.6.
I don't know if Vizquel can jump up 23 points.
Not this year. Is this last year?
Is it?
Is it his 9th?
Is it Vizquel's last year?
I don't think so, but I'm just going to take a check here.
I thought you said his was like 5th or 4th.
Oh, 4th year. Sorry, 4th year.
Okay, so he's got a ways to go.
Man, he's only been retired 9 years. That dude played a long time.
Yeah.
I don't like the 5-year rule, by the way. I think it's stupid, but
I know. It's like Candlepin Bowling. I don't like you have to be 50.
I don't even know. We got to talk about that on the other cast sometime. Are we allowed to even be in the Hall of Fame where we're not in the ICBA anymore?
Yeah, because the last I knew, we were in the ICBA.
Oh, okay, good.
They didn't totally get out of it. So,
so we got. Wait a minute, you're telling me we got our association overhaul like we always fucking wanted, and it's still the ICBA, right? Okay. That's
I don't.
We
that's
almost had to walk out of the entire association for what we wanted to happen. Jesus, talk about pulling teeth. Anyways.
Yeah, well, that's. I don't know if that's true or not. Rusty Neely was talking to me about it. Okay. So, I don't know. I don't have a great answer.
Hey, for the wrestling fans out there, Survivor Series is on Sunday. That's going to be good. Excited for that. Drew McIntyre won the WWE title back from Randy Orton on Raw Monday night. Interesting. Didn't see that coming. They liked McIntyre Reigns at Survivor Series better than Orton Reigns. So, who knows?
Who knows?
I haven't been able to figure out Vince McMahon in a long time, so I don't think I'm ever going to.
I don't think anyone can figure out Vince McMahon. Did we get everything we want to talk about? Because we're up against it today.
Maybe. yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else. I think that was good. We talked about that. And,
Of course, I didn't make a list like I normally do, so I was just winging it. So
hey, we talked about the Baseball Hall of Fame and some music and all that fun stuff. And I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. We got Thanksgiving coming up, so.
Yep. What do a bungee jump and a hooker have in common?
Oh, Jesus. You hope the rubber doesn't break in both?
They're both cheap, fast, and if the rubber breaks, you're pretty much screwed.
Well, you're screwed one way, at least already. Whether that rubber breaks or not, you're screwed.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's just like bowling leagues. They're the only place you can go and get fucked for $13 a week.
True. Oh, by the way, Jordan is going to bowl for you.
Good. I need a sub for Wednesday night, tomorrow night. I don't know. Dad'll find somebody. Good luck, Dad. Good luck, Ray.
Yep. Good luck, Ray.
Hey, by the way, Ray has a smartphone now, and I'm going to see if I can get him to get a Facebook. So we might put Ray on Facebook.
Oh, my God. Ray on Facebook would be awesome. You know what he's going to go on?
What?
DirtyGirls.com.
Oh, hey, we got to give him some of the ads from our YouTube section. You know, the people, the ones that comment.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, as usual, guys, you can reach us, Ripping the Rack podcast at gmail.com, Ripping the Rack podcast at Facebook, Ripping the Rack podcast on YouTube, or Ripping the Rack podcast on Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and of course, just, reach out, touch someone appropriately.
Reach out and touch me. No, don't touch people. 6 feet, motherfucker.
Be appropriate, because you and I are the epitome of appropriateness.
Always.
Always.
Your wife says I'm a good influence on you.
My wife might kill me tonight. Apparently, well, quick story and then we got to go, but I assume all wives have this. I don't know. We got like 88 different frying pans hanging up. She tells me, "Hey, I got to work late. Make your dinner tonight. There's pork chops. You can make some pork chops and whatever." So I'm like, "Oh, fuck it. I'll make some pork chops and some rice and call it a night." So I make my rice pilaf and I take a frying pan down. I put my pork chops in there and I cook my pork chops and get everything all done. I put them all in the sink. No, I did not do the dishes. I freely admit I did not do the dishes. She comes home and she looks at me and she goes, "Seriously? You used the pan I used to fry my eggs?" And I'm like, "What, you got a fucking egg frying pan?" So now she's pissed because I grabbed one of the pans. We got like 862 pans. How the hell do I know which one not to use?
I just use a frying pan to cook eggs. Like,
yes,
Yeah, no, Jim, I'm on your side on this one. Sorry, Ange. I got my boys back on this one. That's kind of weird.
So apparently, if I die mysteriously in my sleep tonight, Angela Matero, please look for her. She is going to be probably the main culprit. And I did put that on Facebook. That way there is written documentation.
She'll probably be on the run with Megan.
Probably. Probably.
They'll be at Foxwoods drinking.
Yeah. All right. Well, you enjoy a couple of days with your wife. Tell Kelly I said happy birthday.
I will.
Be safe, have fun, and all that happy good stuff. We are out of here. Maybe
Later.
if I can stop recording.